Jacob flees from Laban. Jacob flees from Laban. Genesis 31. Genesis 31, verse 1 to 29. Verse 1 to 29.
Genesis 31, verse 1. And he heard the words of Laban's sons, saying, Jacob had taken away all that was our father's, and of that which was our father's had he gotten all his glory. And Jacob beheld the countenance of Laban, and behold, it was not toward him as before. And the Lord said unto Jacob, Return unto the land of thy fathers, and to thy kindred, I will be with thee. And Jacob sent and called Rachel and Leah to the feed unto his flock, and said unto him, I see your father's countenance, that it is not towards me as before, but the God of my father had been with me. And ye know that with all my power I have served your father, and your father had deceived me and changed my wages 10 times, but God suffered him not to hurt me. If he said thus, the speckled shall be thy wages, then all the cattle will be speckled. And if he said thus, the ring streak shall be thy hair, then bear all the cattle ring streak. Thus God had taken away the cattle of your father and given them to me. And it came to pass at that time that the cattle conceived, that I lifted up my eyes and saw in a dream, and behold, the rams which leaped upon the cattle were ring-streaked and speckled and green-sewed. And the angel of God spake unto me in a dream, saying, Jacob. And I said, Here am I. And he said, Lift up now thy eyes and see, all the rams which leap upon the cattle are ring-streaked, speckled, and green-sewed. For I have seen all that Laban doeth unto thee. I am the God of Bethel, where thou anointed the pillar, and where thou vowest a vow unto me. Now arise, get thee out from this land, and return unto the land of thy kindred. And Rachel and Leah answered and said unto him, Is there yet any portion or inheritance for us in our father's house? Are we not counted of him strangers? For he has sold us and had quite devoured also our money. For all the riches which God had taken from our father, that is ours and our children. Now then, whatsoever God has said unto thee, do. Then Jacob arose and set his sons and his wives upon camels, and he carried away all his cattle and all his goods which he had gotten, the cattle of his getting, which he had gotten in Padan Aram, for to go to Isaac his father in the land of Canaan. And Laban went to shear his sheep, and Rachel had stolen the images that were her father's. And Jacob stole away unawares to Laban the Syrian, in that he told him not that he fled. So he fled with all that he had. And he rose up and passed over the river and set his face towards the Mount Gilead. And it was told Laban on the third day that Jacob was fled. And he took his brethren with him and pursued after him 7 days' journey. And they overtook him in Mount Gilead. And God came to Laban the Syrian in a dream by night, and said unto him, Take heed that thou speak not to Jacob either good or bad. Then Laban overtake Jacob. Now Jacob had pitched his tent in the mount, and Laban with his brethren pitched in the mount of Gilead. And Laban said to Jacob, What hast thou done, that thou hast stolen away unawares to me, and carried away my daughters as captives carried with sword? Wherefore did thou flee away secretly, and steal away from me, and did not tell me that I might have sent thee away with might, and with songs, with tabret, and with harp, and hast suffered me to kiss my sons and my daughters? Thou hast now done foolishly in so doing. It is in the power of my hand to hurt you. But the God of your father spake unto me yesternight, saying, Take thou heed that thou speak not to Jacob, either good or bad.
Verse 43 to 55.
Verse 43. And Laban answered and said unto Jacob, These daughters are my daughters, and these children are my children, and these cattle are my cattle, and all that thou seest is mine. And what can I do this day unto thee, my daughters, or unto their children, which they have borne? Now therefore come down, let us make a covenant, I and thou, and let it be for a witness between me and thee. And Jacob took a stone and set it up for a pillar. And Jacob said unto his brethren, Gather stones. And they took stones and made a heap, and they did eat there upon the heap. And Laban called it Jagazgatuta, and Jacob called it Galid. And Laban said, This heap is a witness between me and thee this day. Therefore was the name of it called Galid and Mizpah, for he said, The Lord watch between me and thee, when we are absent one from another. If thou shalt afflict my daughters, or if thou shalt take other wives beside my daughters, no man is with us. See, God is witness betwixt me and thee. And Laban said to Jacob, Behold this heap, and behold this pillar, which I have cast betwixt me and thee. This heap be witness, and this pillar be witness, that I will not pass over this heap to thee, and that thou shalt not pass over this heap and this pillar unto me for harm. The God of Abraham, the God of now, the God of their father, judge betwixt us. And God and Jacob swear by the fear of his father Isaac. Then Jacob offered sacrifice upon the mount and called his brethren to eat bread. And they did eat bread and tarried all night in the mount. And early in the morning, Laban rose up and killed his sons and his daughters and blessed them. And Laban departed and returned unto his place.
The passage long. But what we just read now about Jacob. Remember, say Jacob now Isaac became. When Jacob grew, in Papa one bless Isaac, and in Papa Isaac one bless Jacob and Esau in brother. But Jacob deceived in Papa, collect in brother Esau blessings. We can't see say Esau they vex with in brother Isaac. He say, for this thing what you do, I must kill you. In mama or their mama hear waiting Esau talk. Now in mama call Jacob, he say, Come, my son, go meet my brother Laban for where I come from. This your brother, he go kill you. So run, I beg you. Jacob obey, he run, he go meet in mama brother Laban. When he reached there, him uncle Laban receive him. He stay with Laban. Uncle say, you they work with me, not fee just they work with me for nothing. Waiting I go give you. Jacob love one of Laban pikin, Rachel. he can't talk, say, okay, I go serve you for 7 years for this your daughter, Rachel. Laban agree, say no problem. After the 7 years reach, Laban give Jacob a wife. But Jacob can't discover, say, Laban and uncle don't deceive him. Instead of Rachel, he give him Leah, which be another of Laban pikin, the elder sister to Rachel, where Jacob love. Jacob dey very angry. He call Laban and say, wetin you do? Na Leah I talk, no be Rachel I say I wan marry. Laban come pacify and say, may no vex. For this our land, the younger one no dey marry before the elder one. But if you go agree serve another 7 years, you fit marry the younger one. Jacob, because he love Rachel, he agree. He serve another 7 years. At the end of the 7 years, he get 2 wives, he get children. We don't see this for the past few lessons, Bible study where we don't dey learn since. Now, Jacob, he don't get wives, he don't get pikin. He say, time don't reach, may I dey go back to where I for come. Now my papa land, I run because my brother wan kill me, Esau. May I go back? Now I go meet Laban. He say, uncle, I want to go back to my people. At least I have enough now to go back to my people. In uncle Laban, one talk say, may he not go yet. Say, he know, say, now because of Jacob, now God, they bless in house. They bless Laban house. They bless the animals where Laban get. Because now Jacob, they watch over Laban animals. So Jacob come talk, say, okay, no problem. But Laban agree, say, since he go stay this extra time, he must to give him something. Wetin he go pay him for this extra time where he want spend with him. So Jacob talk, say, the only thing where he go give him be say, since in the labor over the animals where Laban get, all the animals we get spots, we not fine for eye, we get patch, those ones go be in wage. He go carry that one as his own. Jacob go get animals, those one we not fine for eye. But the fine ones, those white animals, those ones, Laban go get those ones. Laban say, very good. I agree. You carry these animals, I go carry these ones. So Jacob can't stay with his uncle, he not can't go again as he talk. After that time now, the animals wey belong to Jacob can't they prosper, can't they plenty, can't they strong. The one way Laban get, they not reach the one way Jacob get. Laban and his sons, the other children wey Laban get, come dey envy Jacob. These animals na our papa own before. How e come be say na as he enter Jacob hand, e come dey prosper for him hand. Because of that, they come dey envy am, they come dey jealous, they get hatred for Jacob. Jacob come see wetin dey happen. God also come see wetin dey happen. God come appear to Jacob, tell am say, oh yeah, time don't reach. Pack your things, your family, you go back to your papa land. Jacob, he call him wives. Laban pikin. Remember, say those wives where he gets now Laban daughters. He called them. He say, see, my God, don't tell me, say, may I dey go back to my papa land. And when they see, say, your papa and your brothers, they not they happy with me as before. So I want to go back to my people. The wife say, no problem, we deal with you. We go follow you, go back to your people. So Jacob packing things, packing loads, packing wives, packing cattle, enter roads, run. They go back to their people. When Laban come notice, say, where this boy? Jacob don't waka. So Laban take his own men pursue Jacob, say he must to catch him, bring him back. As in they go, God come appear to Laban for road. He say, may you dey careful. This pikin wey you dey pursue so, no do am anything. Laban, when he finally catch Jacob, because of wetin God tell him, he can't only quarrel with Jacob. He say, why you run like this? You carry my 2 daughters, that is your wife. You carry them run. Your children, you carry them run. All the property where you get, you carry them run. You not tell me when they come out. Jacob talks, say, I dey fear. If as I see wetin don dey happen since, your countenance towards me don't change. I decide, say, make I run. Laban say, this thing, I fit do you evil, I fit do you something, but your God appeared to me, say, may I not touch you. So they can't make peace. Laban and people return back to where they from come, and Jacob continuing journey, go in Papa land. Now the passage we will just read, so that long story we will just talk. Wetin we go learn from wetin we just hear, that's what we will look at this evening. The first lesson we will learn is where there is envy, there is confusion and evil. I go talk am again. The first lesson we want learn, we say, where there is envy, there is confusion and evil. Let's look at James 3, verse 16.
James 3, verse 16. For where envy and strife is, there is confusion and every evil work.
Now, what we just talk just now. When we look at that passage for the story of Jacob and his uncle Laban, we see, say, now when Jacob going to prosper, and because of that, Laban and his sons come the envy and come the vex with him. Now, katakata come enter. People were supposed to be family. Remember, say, Laban na Jacob uncle. That is, Laban na the brother of Jacob mama. Because of envy now, people were supposed to be one family. Now family them be no be so. Brother and sister, one give birth to pikin, name na Jacob. Because of envy, the person was supposed to be like father to Ram, Laban, we be uncle, come they envy him. Confusion, we supposed to be one family, come they happen. Instead of them, Laban and children, they happy for Jacob. Say, God they bless this pikin. No, because of envy, confusion enter family. They can't think evil things towards Jacob. Now, what in Bible they talk for here? He said, where there's envy, there's confusion and evil. So, as God's children, waiting the first lesson we want to learn for here, we say, make we not they envy anybody, not they jealous anybody. If you don't want to make confusion, may evil things they your heart towards that person. No jealous am. no dey envy towards am. That's na the first lesson this evening we wan learn for this story where we read. The second lesson we wan learn be say godly wives, that's sister wey dey this truth, wey don marry, may we dey encourage our husbands to obey God. May we dey encourage our husbands to do the will of God. We see there say when Rachel and his sister Leah, or the two wives wey Jacob get, na their papa Laban dey vex for their husband. But when Jacob go meet them, say, see wetin I wan do. I wan go back to my people because my God say, may I go back to my people. And you also see say your papa, he not dey happy with me as before. They not say, which kind talk be that? Oh yeah, they go. Now, no be here you come meet us. Which kind you just want carry us like that, waka? No. Now your God talk am, no problem. They agreed. We go follow you. Do as God has told you to do. They did not take sides with their father, Laban. Instead, they supported their husband to do what God has commanded him to do. They forgot their father's house. That's what God commanded. If you look at Psalm 45, verse 10. Psalm 45, verse 10.
Psalm 45, verse 10. Hearken, O daughter, and consider and incline thy ears. Forget also thy own people and thy father's house.
Now, wetin Jacob wives do with this? They were ready to forget all that they had in their father's house. They don't know where Jacob they go. Not be say they don't reach where Jacob they go and say, okay, get money, or papa get money, or no. What they had been used to was their father's house. Yet they were willing to follow man where they meet for their papa house, go place where they never know. Wetin God want us make we learn as godly wives be say, when in God command the man to do something, make we as godly wives they support and encourage our husbands to do wetin God tell them to do. That's the second lesson we want to learn for this passage we just read. We understand wetin God dey talk. The third lesson we God want us make we learn be say God dey protect him own. Those wey God love, God dey protect them. That's the third lesson we want learn this evening. He no go let any evil thing happen to those wey he love. I go talk am again. The third lesson wey God want us make we learn be say him dey protect him children. He no go let anything hurt those wey he love. May we look at Psalm 105, verse 14. Psalm 105, verse 14.
Psalm 105, verse 14. He suffered no man to do them wrong. Yea, he reproved kings for their sakes.
We see there, God no dey let any man to do in children bad. When Jacob leave, run comot for Laban house, they go in papa land. Laban take men. No, he take people to pursue am. If na he wan go just see him pikin go back, Bible not for record say it take men along to pursue Jacob. But defenseless as Jacob was, na children and wives and cattle and his servants na him carry. God stood for him. Even he did not know that Laban don't live there, they pursue and they come. But God intervened. Say, he no go do am hot. He appeared to Laban. Say, this boy wey dey pursue so, no do am anything. King David give this same testimony about God. When we look Psalm 124, verse 2 to 3.
Psalm 124, verse 2. If it had not been the Lord who was on our side when men rose up against us, then they had swallowed us up quick when their wrath was kindled against us.
Verse 6.
Blessed be the Lord who had not given us as a prey to their teeth.
King David here, the same testimony they give about God. He say, people, they vex for him. They say, men rose up against him. They want to do him evil. They propose to do him hurt. But they not fit do anything because God deal with them. He not leave in David for their hand. Wetin we want learn for here be say God dey protect him own pikin. To all those wey dey live in obedience to this truth, God dey protect. Nobody no go let anybody, including demons, the devil himself, to do us hurt. It's his promise. He keeps his word. And now wetin we see for the life of Jacob. Say, person wey propose, Laban tell am, he say, if he do am bad, if he do am something, but because of God wey appear to am, na make am no do am anything. That na the third lesson wey we wan learn this evening. Another lesson wey we go learn be say God sees all things and nothing is hidden from him. I go repeat am. Another lesson wey we wan learn this evening be say God sees all things and nothing is hidden from him. Let's look at Proverbs 15, verse 3.
Proverbs 15, verse 3. The eyes of the Lord are in every place, beholding the evil and the good.
You say God eyes, they see all things. Whether na the good you dey do, whether na the evil wey you dey do. God see as Jacob day and night dey labor over the animals wey Laban get. All the losses wey the business make, Laban make Jacob bear the losses. All the things wey Jacob go through for the hand of Laban, God dey see everything. As Laban take deceive am, when even from the time when he reached there, when he say, this na the one where I want marry. So may I go deceive am, they change in wages 10 times according to Jacob. God dey see everything. Until he decides, say, Now, pack your things and go. I will be with you. Now, wetin God tell am? And truly, as Jacob set out to reach in Papa land, God dey with am. In spite of when the enemy say, we go do you something, God intervened and stopped it. So may we know, whatever we're going through, however long, Jacob say, now 20 years, he served Laban. At the end, na see katakata end am. Na run, he run comot for Laban house. 20 years. Yet God saw every single of the evil that was done to him, plus the good, everything. Wetin God want us make we learn as lesson say, nothing dey hidden from am. He dey see everything. Lastly, may we look Genesis 28, verse 15.
Genesis 28, verse 15. And behold, I am with thee. I will keep thee in all the places whither thou goest, and I will bring thee again into this land, for I will not leave thee until I have done that which I have spoken to thee of.
When Jacob, this passage we will just read, now God dey talk to Jacob. When he obey him parents, when they tell am say, go meet your mama brother Laban. For roads, God appeared to Jacob. He say, as you dey go, wherever you go, I go dey with you. And I would protect you and bring you back to your father's land. From the story we will just read, God no fulfill that promise. He fulfill am. Because God loved Jacob, which in the Bible, he said, Jacob I loved, Esau I hate. Because God loved Jacob, as he waka comot from him papa land, go land where he never know before, till when he return, God ordered his steps. God protect am, he cover am. Him papa no dey there, him mama no dey there. The person wey dey send am go meet thinking say, that one na one of us, he go take care of am. He find trouble for that one hand. But God cover am. Now this same thing, God dey promise, as he promised Jacob, he dey promise to all of his children. For the memory verse we get this evening, Psalm 37, verse 23.
Psalm 37, verse 23. The steps of a good man are ordered by the Lord, and he delighted in his way.
Same thing, God dey promise to all of his children. Those wey dey please God, that is, those wey dey obey am, they live in obedience to all wetin he tell them to do. God dey talk say, he go order their steps. Wetin that mean? Wherever you go, he dey with you. He go protect you. He go hide you. Enemies, they go dey plan, say, now here we go get am. He go make sure, say, your steps no dey ensnared. You not fall into the trap where they set for you. This one are the promise wey God dey make to all of his children. And this one now our memory verse this evening. Psalm 37, verse 23. The steps of a good man are ordered by the Lord, and he delighted in his way. Let us pray. We will tell God, say, God, as we dey obey you, as we dey live in obedience to all of your doctrine, as you dey happy with us as we dey do these things, fulfill your promise, order our steps, cover us, protect us. Let us pray. Deliver me from all the traps that my enemy set, as you promised. In Jesus' name we have prayed.